Micro expressions. Over to you.
One of the main reasons why I teach improv is because I feel like there is an actor within all of us that just needs to be awakened. And we're all actors because we started acting when we were born. Whenever we wanted something and we wanted candy and our mum said no, we would put on the waterworks. We would have multiple emotions every single day. And then some of that got drilled down when we were, starting work, or we felt like you needed to be suppressed. But we are all actors because there's a different version of you that comes alive when you're with different people, with your family, with your friends. And especially when you're going to listings, a different version of you needs to come alive to connect with different groups, whether they're of different age groups or especially different cultures. So the best way, there's actually research done by Paul Ekman, and this is from the 1960s to 70s. He's done research across multiple cultures and realized that they all have the same microfacial expressions. So this is a really good way in to connect with your vendors and to actually see what it is they're thinking and invite them to explain themselves before they've even realized it. Because these micro expressions, they flash up within a microsecond, like half a second. The interesting thing is you can actually feel because we have mirror neurons, you feel it too on some level. So I'll just go through them quickly. The first one is sadness. So sadness is when your eyes are drooping, your mouth is drooping, everything is just like really sad. It's quite straightforward. The second one is happy. And when you're smiling, it's the zygomatic major, which is your cheekbones, and then the orbicularis oculi, which is your eyes. So that's a genuine smile because we can all fake a smile. So that's when it's genuine. The third one is surprise. Surprise is when usually the face, your jaw is a lot more open and your eyebrows are raised, and it's a sense of astonishment. Then we've got anger. So anger is when your eyebrows are really knitted together, your eyes are down, and you've got this like grit on your mouth. Disgust. Disgust is when it's same as if we've eaten something that's really rotten. Your nose starts wrinkling. That's the biggest tell of disgust, and your mouth will show it as well. Then we've got fear, and fear is like you're just frozen. Your eyes are wide, your eyebrows are wide, your mouth is slightly pulled back towards your ears, and it's like you're getting ready for fight or flight. So those were the 6 ones that Paul Ekman discovered from 1960s to 70s. Then he added a second one in the 1980s, and that was contempt. So contempt is when there's like a smirk on the side of the face. It's like I'm better than you attitude. And contempt is interesting because when the Gottmans did their research for over 40 years, they did thousands of studies and they're relationship psychologists. And they realized that couples who were most likely to get divorced with an over 40% confidence, they showed contempt towards each other. So it's like a kind of derogatory tone towards their partners. So if you're going to a listing and there is a bit of that attitude, it's most likely a divorce sale or, a separation. All right. So these are the key ones to look for. Now, because you're also excited to volunteer, I already have one organized. Sue, let's Sue, and give her a big welcome, a big round of applause. Okay, cool. So Sue, the best way to learn is to learn live and actively. So Sue is going to demonstrate this for us today. Because you're also advanced, I'm going to make it harder by actually asking her to mute her emotions. So she's going to talk about her day from when she wakes up in the morning to when she gets into the office. She's got an excellent morning routine. And whenever there is like a sense of, you sense there's like a change in her tone, something that flashes across her face, you won't all see it, but you can sense the energy. You'll be able to hear the tone when maybe there's like a shift in her body. Whenever we see that, what we're going to do is we're going to point. So spoiler alert, it happens every few seconds. And if that's distracting for you, feel free to close your eyes. Yeah. So are we ready? So you're just going to talk about your day, and you're going to, I've asked you to talk about as if she was on slow-mo, so we can actually see and really feel what it is she's talking about, as if like she's paused by 1.5%. So this morning I woke up and realized where I was and had to do so many things today. It's at that pace. Okay, try and be as stoic as possible.
Okay.
Okay. And again, when we see there's a change in emotion or a change in tone, we're going to point. Yeah. Is the mic on? Hold on. Okay, try now.
Susan, just use the handheld.
Oh no, but it's go. Yeah, testing. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to point at her whenever we see there's a change in an emotion.
So this morning I woke up at 5:30, actually 5:28, 2 minutes before my alarm hour. Before I got out of there, and I started talking to myself about the sort of day I'm going to have. I got out of bed, spoke to my dog because she's the only one I could wake at that time in the morning. I then get a big glass of water and put some hydrogen drops in it because you know what Tiffany said yesterday. Then I will start my workday. I start my emails, tick off everything I need to tick off for the day. Before I get to work, my team have their inbox fairly healthily full. And I've ticked off all the things that are non-productive that I don't want to do during the day. I then have a cup of tea. I then usually have breakfast with my husband, with my guinea pig now. And then I have to shower and get ready for work, talking to my group in the shower again about the day I'm going to have. Then I go to work.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you. Awesome. Yeah, you want to keep it up because you're going to be next. You're going to be speaking next anyway. Cool. So, what do we notice? It's off. Yeah. What do we notice? Anyone?
I was just watching you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this is what I saw. So there was a general excitement, especially when she was talking about work and her team, like her feet. Did you see her feet lift up? Maybe you didn't see it if you're at the back, but you might have seen her like sway a little bit back. There was again excitement when she's talking about her dog, Tiffany. When you wake up, it was a sense of like pride when you're talking about electrolytes. It was like there's this like your eyes lit up when you're talking about that, and did anyone notice something about her thumbs? There was like that. There were certain words where she said that where both her thumbs went up. So it was kind of like, "Good job, Sue. Good job." It was kind of like you were doing that to yourself, but you were trying to suppress it because that was it. So again, all those whenever you're talking about like work-related things, you were really upbeat, like you were almost springing out of your body when you were talking about your team. So that shows you've got a great relationship with your team and you genuinely are fond of them. So there were so many small things with like that, like movements with her thumbs, with her feet, words that she said that flashed across her eyes when she was talking about her work. So you can tell from that she has a great morning routine that she loves. Right? So heads up, this gets better the more you read it, because once you know it, you can't unsee it. And it helps with eye contact as well, because we're so used to relying on technology, on digital things that we forget to actually connect, and we forget to, some people find it even scary looking into people's eyes, especially after COVID. But it forces you to look into their eyes, because this is what John McGrath was talking about when he says active listening. It is reading people's body language. And this is going to give you the competitive advantage for everyone. Everyone's using AI. You're going to be the one that delivers that human connection. Okay, so the tone of voice is also really interesting. So we noticed that again, Sue had really clear inflections at the end of certain words. And that probably just is also the Australian accent. But there were certain words, like especially we're talking about a team, a morning, like the showering. There was like an excitement on that. They did a study with doctors, and they said that, so they asked them to introduce themselves in a 10-second word clip. So, for example, hi, my name is Dr. Susan Zhang. I work at Grey's Anatomy's hospital, and I am a pediatrician. Then they warped that language, so it sounded like da 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 da. they sent that clip to the subject to say, how does this change your perception of this doctor? The interesting thing was that the doctors who had the lowest, that were the most monotone, that were rate the least liked and the least competent, they had the highest rates of malpractice lawsuits in real life. So your tone really affects how professional you are and how people feel a warm up towards you. Next. Okay, so this is a popular study by Mehrabian. I'm probably not pronouncing that right, Albert Mehrabian, and it's often misquoted. The thing about this that's misquoted is that the 7% of the spoken word doesn't apply when you're presenting facts and you're presenting figures. If you're speaking to someone that you know regularly and you're speaking to someone on a day-to-day basis, it's more than 7%. So when this model does apply is when you're trying to, when people are having a heated discussion, like a negotiation, or there is a high stakes conversation, this applies. Whenever someone is talking about their feelings or their attitudes, because think about it, you can't really tell someone how you like feeling something and then telling someone, that's actually like a completely different wires. So that's why this, like reading their tone of voice and their body language is a lot more reliable. And especially if you're trying to find out if someone is lying and to see if they're inconsistent with that. So we're going to play a quick 10-second clip. So this is an author who's written a book called The Diary of a Human Lie Detector. She is on a talk show at the moment, and the talk show host says, I read your book from cover to cover. Let's find out if he actually has. Oh, there's no audio. Oh, sorry, let's play it. Sorry, let's play it.
Read this book from front to back.
You're shaking your head when you're saying her.
Look at that face. What is that emotion right there? Yeah, fear. That's fear. Because his eyes are wide, his eyebrows are up, he's like frozen. He's like, oh no, I've been caught in a lie.
I apologize. I heard not, but I'm going to read the book from front to back. Don't call me on mental TV like that.
Oh, wiggle. And then you're doing this. You're deepening your nasolabial furrow, which is just you keep this.
Okay. So the other way that you
Read
can,
this book from front to.
how do I get, okay. If you are, let's say, talking to someone who's like professional poker players, right? They're trained for their face to not move because they don't want to give away if they have good cards. So here's what the researchers did to find out if they actually have good cards, to find out how confident they were with the swiftness of their hands. Because if they had a really good set of cards, it would be like they would be more swift. The way that they played them would be a lot faster. There would be this sense of the movement would be a lot more fluid. So if you're looking to see if someone's confident in making a move, like if they're rushing to sign up with you, or you'll probably notice this at auctions by the pace at which they're raising their bids. The first one is really different to the last few because that's how you know that they're running out of money. There is a sense of tenseness. It's not as fast. And if you actually look really closely, and if you were measuring the speed, you'll be able to notice a difference in the speed of their confidence. Okay, so there is an interesting body part that, whereas the longer the better, and you can actually, you shrink and also shrink and expand this willingly. And both guys and girls have this. And you can, the longer that you have this, you'll be more confident, you'll be more charismatic, and you'll be more attractive. Does anyone know what that body part length is? Would anyone like, what? Your mind, yeah? But it's like something that you can notice immediately. Sure, you can, yes. So when you straighten your back, your shoulders go back, right? So it is this distance between your earlobe to your shoulder. So because if I'm doing this, my voice is constricted And most of the time we're like this when we're on our phone and I can barely breathe. Like this is what we're like most of the time. Whereas if you just push your shoulders back, you're instantly more charismatic, more confident, and you are showing up with a lot more presence. So that's based on the research by Vanessa and Edwards. Keep mindful of how you present yourself whenever you are walking, because if you want that instant boost, this is it. Okay. Speaking of shoulders, your shoulders are also a really good telltale sign of, again, whenever you're not sure of something or whenever you're lying about something, because this thing where it's like, oh, I don't know, that happens. That can happen whenever you are, whenever you're not sure. So it's just like, I'm not sure. And your shoulder, if you're saying something that you're actually not sure of, your shoulder will have these like minor glitches. So if you're talking to someone and there's these like small shoulder movements, you can tell. So Chris Watts, who essentially killed his wife and 3 children, when he was being interviewed, he went on the media and saying, please help me find my family. I don't know where they are. And they played these clips back and they said, when did you last see them? And he said, 2:00. Yeah, that's when I saw her. It was dark. And it was when they analyzed his body language, his shoulder was constantly twitching because your body doesn't lie. We easily lie through our teeth. That's why they call it that way. Your body doesn't lie. Your facial expressions don't lie. It is innate and it is automatic. You will have an emotion to something and it will flash across your face because we're humans. That's how we're programmed. So let's have a look at an example of this, of someone who's clearly, you'll see what he's doing with his shoulders.
Look at this guy. He's in a shoulder shrug when he says, I want to thank the sport and all my fans, and I want to thank my wife. He shoulder shrugs when he says wife. Why do you think he shoulder shrugs his wife? Oh, he's going to show you.
Thank you very much for this, for giving me this. And I appreciate my friends also. My wife and my girlfriend. My wife. Yeah, sorry to say. I'm so sorry. Listen, I love you so much. Thank you very much for this, for giving me this. And I appreciate my friends also. My wife and my girlfriend. My wife. Yeah.
Did you see that? It was like my like that was really obvious, but it's like my wife. I guess she supported me. I guess she's my wife. I guess I want to thank her. Your body can't lie. So the key thing is really to understand that there is an emotion behind every word. There is an intent behind every word. Sometimes there is a double meaning behind every word. And if you get really good at paying attention and reading people's facial expressions, they'll tell you what they think. And it's an invitation to say, seems like if you're presenting on VPA and there's something happens across their face, it's an invitation to say, it seems like you don't quite agree with that, or it seems like you have an opinion on that. It seems like you don't actually like this. It's an invitation for you to ask them and for them to talk. So that's what practicing active listening is going to help you to do. Any questions? Yeah. Thank you. Round of applause. Thank you.
Outstanding.
Thank you.
Well done. Well done.